Okay, you guys, so we are at Richmond American Homes model house, which again, they understand that this is their model. So they're gonna throw down, this is the Chicago, that's the name of this floor plan, the Chicago. It's in part of the Urban Collection, which they're gonna have pretty much all the bells and whistles. And this home is not for sale, right? It's just giving everybody an idea of what the home looks like once it's all tricked out. But I never like to show the model first because people like automatically want this particular house. Maybe not you guys, but they're like, why are you showing me the empty box? So I like to start with the empty box first so you guys or anybody can see for yourselves what it represents, right? But now that we've seen the floor plan and the footprint of it, let's look at what this house, because it's the same orientation too. Okay, so very first thing, remember I said those four, remember I was talking about those hinges. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And remember, there's the 4 windows. And remember I was saying, okay, you come in here, and then there's the closet with 1, 2, 3, 4 hinges. And you got some fake food in here. Oh, they got just like, right? And here's the gas range. Here's the shaker style cabinetry. This time though, they put the refrigerator here. So we've got the gas range appliance. We've got the undermount sink. This is a composite. I don't think you guys have composite sink. You guys have stainless steel, but it's still undermount and it's still quartz. What this is called stoned. And so there's a very, very nice texture on this that makes it's not shiny, it's like matte. So it's called stoned, but it's super like, I love this type of look. But you've got the gooseneck faucet. You've got pendant lights. I don't remember if your model had the pendants or not, but we've got, the window treatments, the dining area, the living area. We've got the patio. Remember, these had the security stuff is all there. But yeah, when I saw this, I was like, how much is that? Because at $399, that's $25,000 below what these new construction townhomes are trading for right out of the gate. And so I automatically knew it was a good price point. But then he told me the rate of 3.75 on a 30-year mortgage. That's insane to me because that'll allow you to sell and make a profit in 3 to 5 years, or turn this into your first investment property, your first, Airbnb it. Then you'll be thankful that Mark Davis started you on your real estate portfolio, right? Because this is the kind of product that will be able to be turned into a rental very easily, and things like that. So now what they do is a little trick here is they take the doors. A lot of times they'll take the doors off the frame and they'll put these blanks on. And why do they do that? Well, because it takes up, 5% less space and it makes the place feel even bigger. So, and then this is just like the garage, but I think they probably have a bunch of stuff in here. Yeah, they've got all their like sails off this stuff, and I'm like literally stepping in on someone's call. But yeah, they convert the house into essentially a mobile work, it's a sales floor basically. All right, so where was I? This was just a little storage area coming off of the garage. Here's the bathroom. This I think was okay, now check, see, this is exactly what I was talking about. So normally they would put, here's the first example of like the model not being as good as the actual product. That's how I know it's a good deal. Look, they still have a water heater in here. Like 90% of homes. Yours has a tankless water heater. I will trade you happily. I'll have to plumb it for tankless. It wouldn't work, but that's one thing I love my house, but the tankless stuff didn't come out yet. So, and then that big pipe behind, that white pipe, is a built-in radon mitigation system. Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer. I talk about it in my videos. Guess what? You don't have to pay for that out of pocket. I did. About $2,000. We're putting landscaping in the ground, which is like, we spent about $60,000 on landscaping and the fencing. Yeah, by the way, we built a house from dirt start. They didn't put landscaping. We had to do all that. Then they're like, oh, yeah, radon, it's 14, level 14. EPA says it should be 4.0 or lower. So I'm at 14% or level 14. So I was like, oh, there's more money that Uncle Mark has to spend. So yeah, I was just like, so when I see things like this, I'm like, that's a good deal for sure. There you go. Just go to Lowe's, go to Amazon and get 4 picture frames and make it look like that. Because most people, including me, and I'm pretty good with design, don't know what they're looking at. They're just like, then they come to a model, they're like, oh, put 4 pictures with that kind of spacing and it makes it look so epic. So, here we go. Here is bedroom number 1. Pan around. Okay. I don't want you guys to get too excited about this because, oh, there you go, the stackable. So these guys do not include this, but I'm going to get a read for you on where you can acquire. Seems like it's kind of a smaller one, smaller capacity, but I'm going to look and see what he says about this, because you could, like, move-in day, you could have your washer and dryer and your refrigerator delivered and professionally installed through like Lowe's, which is right down the street from where we are. Home Depot, same thing. Okay. Here we go again. The Valance. I just know what they're called because my wife's always talking about them. Those cloth things on that window just makes it look better. Also, they put the curtain up super high. Why? Because it just makes it look better. So there's a lot of little hacks. This is an upgraded tile. Check this out. Ooh, fancy. Look at that. It's kind of like more fancy. So they couldn't just go with the flat 6x6. They had to do this design in here. Then all of a sudden now it looks more fancy. So I've learned that the builders do all these kind of little tricks to make, they got black Schluter trim this time around instead of the white. But I chose white in my house because I wanted like zero entry effect. Like we just have 2 black hinges, one here, one big mono hinge here, and then a wall of glass, and then a white tile. Because I didn't want that trim. I wanted it to be white so that you literally, and plus our walls are white, so you literally just walk in and it's like walk in, zero entry shower with a sheet of glass. That was the look I was going for. So we built it, we made it happen. But having a good footprint like this, bedroom number 2, okay. And across the way, or around the corner, is the primary, okay? So remember, see how they took the doors off right here? This is where the entry is. Here's the walk-in closet. It's the same orientation, it's not even flipped. It's literally the exact same orientation. Oh, no, wait, yeah. No, this is different a little bit. This is a little bit different. I can already tell. Ooh, they did the plantation shutters in this one. Look at that. That looks so good. And you guys can do that too if you want. So instead of worrying about what things are going to break first and how do we mitigate the cost, you can just literally move in brand new, no one's lived here, and then decide, oh, what do we want to do first? Well, let's, do the plantain shutters or some sort of blinds. I just think the plantains make it look just even more nice. There we go. You could go to Lowe's and get a 3-pack of ceiling fans and keep it moving, get them installed because they're pre-wired. You could spend money on getting curtain rods and nice curtains instead of things to fix. So that's why I wanted to see sort of what you guys like in a property before I start, introducing. But honestly, I looked this one up specifically because I was like, they really need to see something that they like. Yeah, this was different. This door wasn't right here. It was over here. Because I remember this was all closed off. This was literally closed off in yours. And this dresser can go in the corner right there, which I think is a way better layout because you utilize this space right here. It's like a nook. It sits in right there. Does that make sense? I like the way that yours is better. That's why they changed it. And that's another thing. I've sold hundreds of new builds, okay? Watched them being built, watched them, come to fruition. And builders will be constantly changing and updating things. They probably got feedback, or maybe they just decided, you know what? It makes more sense to not have this here and then have it over here. And I agree with them. I think it looks much better that way. All right. Here's more of that stoned rock. And they make it dull by being stoned. That's what they call it. I think it's sharp. They got floors kind of like mine in my house. My bathroom has floors kind of very similar to this, which I think is really sharp. They went with the Scarface all black. Ours is white. We didn't like this. But our shower stall is very similar to this. They did gold hinges. We did black. See how it's just like a gold hinge and a gold hinge, and then it's just like zero entry. The only thing you see is this handle. This is the look I was going for. So we did this on ours. We have not this white grout, but we have similar shape, octagon. Actually, it's hexagon. That's what it is. 6-sided tile. Octagon's 8. But guess what? If you want to mess with a property like this and do stuff like this, you can. You can take, what they put and redo it if you wanted to. Nothing saying you can't, but I think with what you get at this builder grade entry level price point for this type of product, in terms of new construction, I think it's definitely doable. What you really could do is you could do things that you don't have to do a lot of construction. If you wanted to take all this out, you'd have to mess with it. Because I know from experience, because we've done that too. But I'll tell you what you don't have to mess with to make it look nice. Literally, look at that light fixture. You could go to Amazon and order that tomorrow, have it delivered when you move in. And then take down the builder grade stuff and put up something that's just a little bit more tricked out, a little bit nicer. Same thing with this hook right here. This hook, they have the basic, I think it's like chrome. It's just like a circle. You could just go and do something like another. Long and short, you don't have to, what's the word? You don't have to mess with what things do I need to fix? What things on the inspection are going to come up that might kill the deal because, there's cracking in the driveway, or there's water damage, or there's radon, or there whatever. That's what you have to deal with a pre-existing house. Your closest shops and restaurants too. Your property is over there. It's like a couple streets over. But look, you can't really see it, but there's on this side, on that left side, there's Teriyaki Madness, there's the Freddy's, there's a bank over there, and then on the other side there's a Starbucks on the other side of these. So, well, that, you guys, concludes the video. Hopefully, my intuition is right and you guys are tracking this particular product. I think it's kind of a home run, but let me know ASAP, because these guys, they're not going to wait for anybody. They're going to sell this to the first, walk-in that comes through the door. And I want to make sure that if it's the right one for you, that you guys get it first. With that being said, Mark Davis out. We'll talk to you soon.